Hi Cancer, welcome to your monthly reading. This is a reading for Cancer Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. It is a general reading, so it might not resonate for all of you, but take from it whatever will serve you best, and don't forget to check your other placements. If anything in this reading does resonate or provide guidance, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because I would love to continue reading for you. All right, Cancers, we will get into how things are going right now. What's the current energy for Cancers? What is the current energy for Cancers? Ace of Swords. Anything else about the current energy? Current energy for Cancers, anything else? If not, we'll move on to the block. Ace of Swords, so either, well, right now the energy, this is pretty nice to see, but the air is kind of ripe for new action, for new beginnings, a new beginning of some sort, or a new achievement of some sort, either that you've recently accomplished or that's recently formed as a goal in your mind. So you might be in a kind of goal-setting mood, or if this is kind of a nice time to maybe think about that and just kind of channel some of that big dreaming energy, that big boss energy, or yeah, this idea of like going for whatever your passion is calling you towards. Well, let's take a look at what is blocking Cancers. What is the block for Cancer right now? What's the block? Okay. Queen of Cups and Three of Swords. Queen of Cups in reverse and Three of Swords. Okay, tell me more about this Three of Swords. Tell me about this Three of Swords energy right here. The Sun. Okay, so the Leo vibes here. Three of Swords. I mean, this kind of, I know some of you, so it's a bit weird, but okay, so the block right now with the Queen of Cups, there you are, water sign, Queen. The block is more to do with the emotions, and it could be something to do with the relationship. With this Three of Swords card right now, some of you might be going through a breakup or have recently gone through one. And some of you may just be having some, just going through some tough times in a relationship as well. And the block as well, like the Sun, again, Leo vibes, but also kind of speaks to your sun sign, so your ego, your sense of self, your inner child, right? So there could be some wounds that have been resurfacing when it comes to past relationships or past exes. There could be there just could be emotional blockage around your self-esteem as well, if we're going with the Sun as referring to you and not someone else. Even though right now the current energy is one that is potent, that's one that's ripe with potential and opportunity, something's holding you back, right? Something, I think this can also be this idea of heartbreak doesn't necessarily also have to be relating to a person. It could also just be relating to this fear of getting your heart broken if things don't work out, or this fear of failure, right? Or this lack of trust in yourself, this lack of, this lack of really thinking that things can work out into the best possible version, or things can culminate in your wildest dreams. So the blockage we've looked at. What is emerging for Cancers? What is emerging for Cancers? The Lovers. Okay, well, we like to see that. That the Lovers. Anything else that's emerging for Cancers? Anything else that's emerging for Cancers? Tell me more about this Lovers card. Oh, yeah, okay. Ace of Cups, Lovers, Ten of Cups. Beautiful. Some of you, this kind of new love is going to come or is heading towards your way. For those of you who are single, or dealing with someone, or newly seeing someone, or just single, and this idea of Ace of Cups and the Lovers coming towards you. Gemini sign here, Gemini vibes. And with the Ten of Cups as well, there's this idea of moving towards something deeper, and something kind of this idea of moving to the not the last step, but like this kind of next step of happiness and union with this person. So it could be someone new and meeting them, or it could be, if you're already in a relationship that's going well, that things are going to continue heading towards this beautiful kind of future together. There's long-term potential with this person. So I know that it kind of feels like there's some contradictory vibes going on with the block, but again, I think this Three of Swords is more speaking to your own fears, to your own fears and doubts, rather than any like external reality. Because what we can see here is that the external circumstances, or the external forces that are moving around, are just super beautiful and positive, and filled with joy and abundance, similar to this current energy of just like having it all, or being able to have it all, to feel like to feel like you have the power, that you are empowered, and that applies to the relationship realm too, that you are empowered to meet your potential soulmate, or one of your many soulmates that are to come in this life, and also you're empowered to have a beautiful future that includes expanding beyond the two of you, that includes this idea of family, and includes this idea of just a harmonious and super unified relationship where both is just filled with love and joy. Okay, so let's take a look at the advice for Cancers. What is the advice for Cancers? Eight of Wands and Five of Pentacles. Anything else about the advice for Cancers? Judgment in reverse. Okay. So, and also Five of Swords in the bottom of the deck. So let's take a look at these two fives again. So I feel like this kind of keeps coming up as a theme, but this idea of, again, like how you approach or how you see how you approach or see the idea of loss or potentially losing, right? And that's kind of like the thing that gets in your way, the thing that ultimately sabotages yourself from this Ace of Swords energy, is this kind of Five of Swords energy of feeling like there's always someone out there who's going to do it better than you, or someone out there who's already further ahead than you, and like what's the point? And just not, again, this idea of empowerment, right? Like you're not feeling empowered from these thoughts. These thoughts are not empowering to you. And similarly with the Five of Pentacles, the advice is the advice is kind of speaking to that same idea of like focusing in on what you lack, right? And how that can tend to take over and become the full picture when it really isn't. Like there are things that you lack, but there are things that you have, right? It applies to everything in life. There isn't just one narrative or just one truth. But it depends on like what it is that you choose to, or what it is that takes up the most real estate in your mind. Is it focusing in on, again, what you lack or what you feel like you don't have enough of, that you're not worthy of, or is it on like, what you do have, the amazing skills and experiences and resources that you do have, and that again can empower you. So the advice is to find that direction. This Eight of Wands is, 8 is a transform number, the idea of transforming, right? So going from this 5 card towards the 8 is all about channeling, again, this Ace of Swords energy. It's kind of fast and furious in a way, right? It doesn't leave enough space for your inner critic to sabotage, right? It just goes. It just tells you to go and tells you to do. So this momentum is something that you want to, when you feel it, that you really hold on to that, and block out any other kind of voices that are counter to it. And then we have, of course, the Judgment card, which again I feel like you've had before, because it's all about this idea of awakening, right? This finding a calling. You're being called to do something. You are being called to a greater purpose with this Eight of Wands energy. So again, the advice is to listen to that, to not ignore it, and to not argue with it, to not try to deflate it with your own kind of self-criticisms and right? The fear-based thoughts and feeling inadequate, or feeling feeling like you're not good enough, because you are, and you deserve it. Like we've seen, that's the other thing too, like whether you feel like you deserve it or not, or whether you're worthy or not, there are outside forces that, regardless of how you feel about it, they all point towards yes, you do deserve it. You do deserve love and abundance and fulfillment, and it's going to come into your life. It's going to come into your life, and It's just a question of, are you going to welcome it in? So welcome that love and abundance in Cancer, and I'll see you in your next reading. Bye.